Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 44.
44.
That's right, 44. I do not have my phone, so I cannot read the intro, but I'll go off the top of my head, Daniel. You know,
do it. Come on, give it to me. You've been practicing.
How does it go? I don't think I have, though. You know.
Okay.
You know, I'm not even sure if I finalized this intro. It's just kind of been a rough draft of it, you know, the whole time. Mm-hmm. You know, leave in the comments below if you like the intro. You know, obviously you'll have to hear it first. Maybe go back to a different episode. So if you like that intro, you know, leave in the comments. You know, also Sims is not here. You know what? Let me introduce everyone first. Daniel, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hello. We're just not going to do an intro because I don't know what. And Sims is here in spirit. He is very sick. He does not wish to be on camera. He will chime in now and then, but
we can say stuff about him, but he'll hear it this time.
He'll hear it, yeah. So we can't talk shit.
No.
I mean, we could. Maybe he's not here right now. Hey, Sim smells really bad. No, he's not here. He's not here. He'll chime in at some point. Anyways, yeah, we are a weekly video game podcast. We post every Sunday. We talk about big games, small games, short games, round games, red games, blue games. You know, all types of games.
I like yellow games.
Yellow games, yeah. Daniel's favorite, yellow games, yeah. And then at the end of the show, we wrap up, play a fun little game, you know, stick around for the end, you know, subscribe to our channel. You know, we could use more subscribers, you know, just do that right now. Why not? You know, might as well get it out of the way.
Sure.
With that, we'll move on to what we've been playing. Daniel.
Yes.
Me and you have finally started Cyberpunk 2077.
Last night it came out.
Last night came out. Today's the day. Today is the actual release day of it.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm playing on PS5. You were playing on Xbox Series X.
Yep.
What do you think so far? So what have you done so far? Go ahead.
So I have played. I'm indecisive, as I generally am, and I don't know what background I wanted to pick. So I did the intro for all three, which isn't very long. I think the Nomad was like the longest one for me. Just because it just took a little bit longer. And you are playing the Street Kid.
Yes, I have chosen Street Kid as my intro, my path, whatever out of the three paths you get. You know, there's was there Nomad, Street Kid, and Corpo, right? Yep. Those are the three paths. Yeah, so I've chosen Street Kid. Daniel has played through the intro of all three. So are you leaning one way or another right now? You just really don't know what to pick still after playing through all three?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Okay. Was there any that had like a better story than the other, would you say, or just caught your eye more or whatever?
I don't know necessarily. I mean, they're all very interesting. The Corpo I really liked in terms of story. I like the idea of being a part of this big company and, you know, having kind of a fall from grace and then trying to pick yourself back up. I like that story.
Sure.
The Nomad's
I didn't realize that's how it went with Corpo.
Yeah.
So like we're gonna spoil the intros here, so if you really care about that.
Yeah, there's not much spoiler.
Yeah, there's not much spoilers. These intros are very short, so we're just gonna spoil the basic.
You pretty much have seen everything from the trailers already.
So with Corpo, explain it to me a little bit. You're high up at this corporation.
I don't know how high up. Like you work for Arasaka.
Do you have an office?
No, you have a desk.
You have a desk. You are high up enough to have a desk.
Yeah, you at least have a desk. So this guy hires you for this job, like your boss, and you're friends with Jackie. This is the only pathway that you are actually know Jackie ahead of time. The other two you don't.
Oh, you mean Jackie is there ahead of time? Like you already previously knew him?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Sure.
So you're already friends with Jackie. And so you hire him for a job, and then, or you're hired for a job. You go get him because you need a trustworthy person with you.
So when you're Corpo, is Jackie just kind of your low life friend that does stuff for you?
Pretty much.
Stuff like that. Much. Okay, so he's still the same base character he would be in all three.
Yes.
Okay.
He is. I don't know to what extent you know him because it's just the intro. So,
yeah.
Like I don't know if Corpo, like how much more you know of him. And then you basically, like, the company kind of betrays you, and then you become a mercenary with him.
Okay, sure.
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
To boil it down. And then Street Kid.
Street Kid's the one I played too, yeah.
Do you want to explain Street Kid?
Sure. So Street Kid, you are you are returning to Night City. You grew up there previously. You went to Atlanta for a period of time. I think they said about 2 years. Then you are returning there, and you're just starting to pick up work again, do mercenary work. You get a job to steal this car from some guy at this bar. It was a bartender. I forget his name, but this bar that your character visits frequently. You get a job from him to go steal this car. You steal the car, you end up getting caught by the cops there, or the security there, or whatever. And then you meet Jackie there as well, who's also trying to steal the car. You both end up getting arrested. Then you get beat up and just left out on the street. You two wake up and start talking, then become friends, start doing mercenary work together, blah, blah, blah. Then the game starts. Then that's the whole intro.
Yeah. And then Nomad,
which I like, by the way, the street.
You missed a little bit there.
I know. I missed the whole
the bartender
owes the job for the bartender. Yeah, he owes the debt to the guy. Yeah, and meeting the guy.
But that's okay.
That's the base concept. Yeah, I liked the intro though. I felt like it fit the world to me. You know what I mean?
It's being a low life, right?
Yeah, just being a low life like that. Growing up in the city. Already having a reputation in that city. That kind of made sense to me for this world.
Sure. Yeah. I think Street Kid is the main one in a weird way.
I know what you mean, because they put it in the middle too of the three choices. Yeah. Like Nomad was on the left, Corpo was on the right, and then in the middle was Street Kid. So it's kind of just like Street Kid's felt like the base idea of this game was Street Kid.
I think so too. So Nomad is you start in the Badlands, which is outside of the city.
Sure.
You are an outcast. So Nomad, you have like your clan, which is kind of like your family-ish thing.
These are just the people that live on the outskirts of the city?
Pretty much. That's pretty much the vibe I got. I don't know a ton. But the only thing you kind of know is that V kind of left their clan and is kind of an outcast. So Nomads are already outcast, and then you have left your clan, which Nomads always stick with clans. So you're even more of an outcast than like a standard Nomad would be. And you're trying to get into Night City. So
how is the outside of the city? Like, because I haven't been out there yet. So is that just like a wasteland type thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's not as like desert. It's not just like a desert. It's pretty like dry and like there's some
buildings around and stuff too.
There's like cactuses and stuff. It's kind of like the upper part of GTA 5.
Okay, that's what it reminded you of. Yeah, I get that completely. Sure.
And so you're trying to you meet Jackie because he needs to smuggle something. You both are gonna go smuggle something into Night City, and that's kind of how you're going. You have to go through Border Patrol. So you meet up with him, and there's a package you're trying to smuggle. And I think Jackie's trying to do it, and he hires you or something like that, or you hire him. I'm not too sure how that works. And so you basically drive through the Border Patrol. You kind of bribe Border Patrol. You get into Night City. You kind of get jumped as you're going in, and have like a shootout in the car. You've probably seen it in the trailers where you're like looking out of the car and like shooting at people.
Yeah, I did one of those. I'm not sure if it was before the intro or after, but
this particular one was in one of the trailers that they showed.
Okay.
Where you have like a hand cannon basically, and you're like shooting out the window of a car.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because the guy that you bribed kind of betrays you a little bit. Tells whoever's package this actually is to come get
that you're trying to steal it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of
like smuggling it. Yeah,
they all seem to be like a little bit of a setup type thing going on.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty much, and that kind of puts you and Jackie together.
Right.
Being set up, and that's pretty much it. Then you guys kind of steal the package together and make your way into Night City and work.
How are you feeling about Jackie as a character? Because thus far, I'm actually really liking him. He seems to be like a big part of the story. Yeah, he's been in every mission I've played thus far. I'm about 4-ish hours in.
You've played much more than I have.
Yeah, I've gone deeper than you have. We've probably played about the same length. You just went through all the tutorials and stuff.
I mean, not really, because I only played just tutorial on each. Yeah.
Sure.
So I mean, you've actually gone more into the game.
Yeah,
I did
a little bit.
I did the combat tutorials and the stealth tutorials, but that's pretty much as far as I've gone.
Yeah, I will say this: like, neither of us are really at a place yet where we could like fully give a valid opinion on this game. I feel like
No.
it's just very deep. There's a lot going on here. You can tell immediately, you know, that like as soon as you start walking around the city, and you just, you know, I started walking around like trying to see what buildings I can go into and everything. And it seems like, you know, you can pretty much go into every building. They all got a name and stuff. I'm sure like some side quests are gonna end up taking you there and all this. So like, you know, it's a very deep game. There's a lot going on here.
I assume that after The Witcher 3.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I assume this game is huge and just a lot of missions everywhere, you know?
Yeah. So, I mean,
go ahead.
No, you go ahead first.
I was going to say, is the game ran well for you on PS5?
Yeah, I want to bring that up too. I haven't had any issues yet. I suppose the game's a little like less polished than I expected. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, because I guess the past month of this game, the lead up has been nothing but bad, really. You know what I mean? It's just been like, you know, this game's gonna.
Kinda, I guess.
It's just been like, I feel like the past month has just been like this game's gonna end up being very buggy, and like as we've seen like actual in-game gameplay, it's just like kind of less than what people expected. Whereas if you would have asked me like 6 months ago, I would have been like, oh, this is gonna be like the most polished experience I've ever seen, you know, or maybe not that far, but you know, just, you know, more than that. But like, it's still really impressive for what it is. Like, it's very like cinematic in gameplay. Like you could see it when like one of those flying cars come at you, or like there's a part early on where this sort of like an ambulance came up and picked up that body from you. You know, I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, sure. Well,
it's okay. I don't care.
I can't remember what was in the intro and what wasn't.
I think that was in one of the trailers.
Yeah.
But
oh yeah, that wasn't one of the gameplays.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was just that scene, but like it's just impressive that like a flying car can just fly up to you in a giant RPG like this and look as like cinematic as it does, and you know, as good as it does, like
seamlessly.
Yeah, I feel like the game's not getting enough. Again, I'm only 4 hours in, or I am. But I do feel like the game's not getting enough credit for just how impressive it is of being a giant open world RPG like this and doing what it does still. I feel like, you know, you've never seen a giant RPG this like cinematic in a way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you feel.
I haven't really stepped foot too much into Night City, like where it's open world yet.
And again, that completely changed by next week. Maybe in 30 hours, I'm like, okay, now this game's a piece of crap. But you know,
the game has run really well on the Series X. I've had zero issues at all. So
cool. Yeah, you haven't seen. One thing weird I did see was this girl just kept walking into a table in that first bar I was in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she just like kept walking in, and I was like, okay, well, whatever. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it's just like, you know, I'm expecting stuff like that, so I think I'm just kind of, you know, fine with whatever I see. But yeah, I haven't had any like hard crashes or anything like that. I know people are complaining about that, and then, you know, just random like pop-ins and stuff like that. But yeah, I haven't noticed anything like that.
It might be different on the One and the PS4, Xbox One and PS4. But so far for this new gen, it's not. It's fine.
Yeah. How do you think the game looks overall?
I think it looks good.
Yeah.
It might. It could probably look a little crisper, but that's just because it's not completely optimized for this new gen.
Right.
I think it looks really good.
I do too. Maybe I look at the PC version and I'm like, oh, mine looks like crap, you know? But yeah, thus far.
Yes, but that's a high-end PC.
Right, yeah. And, you know, I'm probably not going to even see that for a little bit. I guess I could just look it up if I wanted to, but sure. Maybe I shouldn't. What do I want to talk about? The combat overall. So you did the little tutorial things. I guess that's all you can really speak on for the combat. I've done a little bit more, a couple more combat things. Not too much more, though. But thus far, I'm pleasantly surprised with the combat. I think the shooting feels really good, actually, especially for, you know, an RPG. I'm just kind of comparing this to the Fallouts, to the Outer Worlds, you know what I mean? And like combat wise, it's way above those two, I think. You know, it just feels way better as a first person shooter than those. Sure. And then I was mentioning to you before the show that a few months ago when CD Projekt Red was talking about they weren't happy with the melee in this game. I've been playing with a katana now. I bought a katana. That was like one of the first things I did, and I've been pleasantly surprised with the melee as well. Like I think the melee is really fun thus far. I'm loving like this dodging mechanic it has.
What are you doing primarily?
I'm not sure yet. I have no idea which way I'm leaning. So in the tutorial, you kind of get introduced to the basics of each of the combat styles. I think that's kind of what they're going for. Would you say, right? It's like,
yeah. Pretty much. There's like stealth, then you get like melee, and then like shooting combat.
Yeah, there's also the hacking, which I don't know. You couldn't like just straight hack in this game. You would have to combine it with something else. It's not like you could just do that to get by every mission. But yeah. So, but yeah, as far as all those base things go, I'm really interested in all of them. That's why I'm kind of just still trying to decide how I want to play this game. I think I'm just going to do a mix of all of them still. That's kind of what I end up doing in all these. Like even in my tree branch, the perks and stuff, you know, you had the it's kind of set up like Fallout where you have like your strength. They call it like body in this one, intelligence. There's cool, which is like your stealth type thing. Intelligence, the technical, and I forget what the other one was.
Reflex, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, which will help you with the dodge mechanic and all that. But yeah, in those I kind of just put I put 5 in one of them and 4 in the rest, just to kind of keep everything all even, you know. And I forget what I put more into. I think it was like intelligence and a body.
I went with a lot of intelligence because I want to hack a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I'm liking the hacking this far, which is interesting because I normally don't like that type of stuff in games.
It's not complicated at least from like the tutorial. I don't know.
Yeah, I am hoping it gets more in depth with the.
I don't want it to be too crazy though, because I would like to be able to just like hack my way through things and not have to have double the length of everything I do. Because
sit there for half an hour just trying to hack one thing. Yeah, I know what you. It seems kind of simple though with the hacking. I don't know if you just buy those quick hack things. I know you can go into that little keyboard where you pick
the numbers.
Yeah, with the little mini game pops.
I didn't fully get it because it was just a tutorial.
Yeah,
I know you have to select the exact numbers that it says, and that's pretty much all that I saw.
Yeah, it seems like you have to go in a specific pattern though when you select the numbers. Like you have to do it. So like if you pick up 1 in the 3rd row, then your next one has to be in the next column in that same row. Again, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around, especially when you're just explaining it, and we're only a couple hours into the game, so we haven't completely wrapped my head around the hacking yet. But I am liking it thus far.
I think I might try to lean towards pistols.
Yeah,
maybe the sword.
I have an assault rifle now too, so I'm kind of enjoying that too. So I don't know, I'm just kind of liking it all right now. Nothing standing out to me that I like dislike about any of these options. Anything else you got to say about the combat?
The combat, no, not really. No. I think it feels good. It feels smoother than I thought it would actually.
Yeah, I want a VATS power. I know we were talking about this before the show, but like, I don't. In these giant RPGs, I just like slowing down time. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, aim for the perfect headshot.
Yeah, I like that type of stuff. Even with like melee and slowing down time. I did this in Outer Worlds all the time with that slow down time power. I just ran up and just hacked them a bunch as I'm slowing down time. I love doing that. Yeah, games like this it's great for stuff like that. Yeah. Anything else you really?
I have one question for you though. Is it driving? You probably have done more driving than I have. How does that feel?
Feels good, but I've only done like go down this block. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, I haven't noticed anything that. Around. Yeah, I need like a race or something. I don't know if race is in this game, but
I assume so. There were horse races in Witcher 3.
Yeah, so I'm assuming there's going to be a car race at some point. It's interesting. It seems they take the cars almost like entirely off the streets as you're walking around. Not entirely, but like there's way less cars, and then as you start driving, way more cars seem to like spawn in, which is kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know if they're just trying to like make the traffic seem more
maybe you have to think like half of them are probably flying anyways.
Yeah, I guess they could be, right? I wonder if you get a flying car at some point, because that's one thing I've
not. That'd be so cool.
That'd be awesome.
I want a flying car now.
I do too. Yeah,
that'd be my mission.
There, CD Projekt Red, you gotta get on that one. That needs a
DLC
update. Yeah, that'd be great. Do you remember Final Fantasy 15 got the flying car?
I never got it. I know that it did, but I never got it.
It was hilarious when you could go off road with the flying car. I went back to that game after like a year just to check it out. And, it was really cool, actually.
Yeah, I saw some videos of it. It looks awesome, but I didn't get to that point.
Yeah, but yeah, back to Cyberpunk. I mean, so far I just like I'm in. Like I as soon as I got through that tutorial, and then at the end of the tutorial, it was like, now put everything together type thing, and it's like, go off, do what you want, attack this group of enemies how you want now. As soon as I did that, I was like, okay, I'm in. Like, because then it felt great, Like I thought.
I think that's where I'm getting to. Mm-hmm. I haven't really done that. I don't think yet.
Okay.
But, I agree 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. So many more weeks to come talking about Cyberpunk, probably.
I think so. At least the next couple weeks, yeah.
So how are you going to play this? Because you're not typically like a side quest type of guy. And I know this game is obviously very heavily has side quests. So are you just going to mainline it mostly?
I like side quests, especially if I know it's a reward I want.
Right.
I will do it. Like if it's like, oh, I get this cool weapon.
Yeah.
It's like a cool pistol, right? Then I'm using pistols. Then I'm going to go do that. You know,
anytime you're like, hey, you'll get a unique gun if you do this quest, I'm in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or a car, or
something like
that.
I haven't even thought of that.
Yeah, if I get stuff like, because I think you get an apartment, I assume so. And it's in that little montage in the beginning. It looks like you might have an apartment. So if I could get stuff and like put it in my apartment, like that'd be pretty cool. That'd be awesome
too. Yeah, anything like that, I'm in. You know.
Yeah, so like I don't just hate side quests. It's just they usually are not great, and the main story is usually much better. But with CD Projekt Red, like Witcher 3 had great side quests, so I assume that there's going to be some really good side quests here.
Yeah, me too.
Or even like Elder Scrolls, like Skyrim. I really didn't like the main quest, didn't even beat it, but a lot of the guilds and stuff, that was the best part of that game.
Side stuff almost tends to be the best part in a lot of these type of.
Sometimes the main story is really good.
Sure,
and that's what I'm pretty curious about, the main story for Cyberpunk, because all the intros I don't really think deal with it, so I don't even think I've really touched the main story yet.
Yeah, I gotta say I have like no idea what's going on with the main story thus far. Even 4 hours, I've only played like one more main mission than you, so I really don't know like what's going on or where this is going so far, which excites me honestly, because I'm 4 hours in already. I'm already like a quarter of a way through most games 4 hours in. It's just it's rare we get a game this size where I'm like super into it, and this one seems like the one.
I guess the last one for you would have been like Final Fantasy.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, game's a little bit shorter than that. It's a little bit more like linear than this type of game.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but super into it thus far. Anything else to say on the game before we move on?
No, music's pretty good so far from what I've heard of it.
I do like the music a whole lot. Yeah.
I want to get into like a car driving around and experiencing like the different radio stations or whatever and stuff like that. I want to experience a lot more of the songs, but I've heard some leading up to this game, like the Run the Jewels song, the Grime song. I want to hear more of this music. It sounds good.
How do you feel about like the overall world thus far? Just like the setting and
I haven't been able to walk around.
Humor. Okay, so you don't know too much yet. Okay,
I don't. I'll have more to say probably next week about that.
Yeah, it's been interesting for me. I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't know if this was it. For the world, just in the setting overall, it's just like it's got this weird sense of humor to it, if that makes sense. It's just kind of it's over the top, but not over the top in the way I was expecting. I was expecting more of a over the top with like technology and like being advanced stuff like that. You know what I mean? This is very over the top and just like a punk rock sort of way. It is cyberpunk, but yeah, it's interesting.
Are you thinking more Blade Runner? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, kind of. Even though this does feel very Blade Runner, especially on like the street level, you know what I mean? It's like the normal pedestrians and stuff feel like very Blade Runner-y, but more of I'm trying to think of like a high-tech society type thing. I don't know.
There's not that many, to be honest.
Yeah, there really isn't that many, but yeah.
Really Blade Runner.
This is. But the game does feel very Blade Runner, but slightly different. It's got its own tone, I'd say. They did a good job with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have more to say next week about it.
Yeah, we will both have plenty more to say next week. I'm gonna binge it all weekend, stuff like that. Can't wait. Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, my most anticipated this year. I'm so excited to play more.
Yeah, me too. Okay, and with that, is that all you've been playing, Daniel?
Pretty much. I played some more Call of Duty multiplayer. That's
cool.
Pretty much it. I don't have a ton to say. Some of the maps I don't really like, but
did you say there's more or less maps than typical Call of Duty?
It feels like there's less than Modern Warfare.
Okay.
If I can remember. I think Modern Warfare had a decent amount. This has like 10, I think, or 10 to 12, something like that.
Sure.
I think it's 10. But I don't like some of them. Because I mostly play like Search and Destroy and like more game modes like that, and not just like team deathmatch. And there's just a couple of the maps that just don't fit search and destroy as much.
You ever play Prop Hunt?
Not Call of Duty's Prop Hunt.
Not Call of Duty. Okay, I love Prop Hunt.
I played Gmod's Prop Hunt.
Okay, that's where it originated from, right?
Pretty much, yeah. And that one's really fun.
Okay,
I wonder if they'll introduce like random stuff like that in this one.
Yeah, I think Treyarch does the Prop Hunt ones. Or who did World War II?
That was
Sledgehammer, right?
Sledgehammer, yeah.
That was the last one I remember it in. I think the Modern Warfare Remastered, weirdly enough, had Prop.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to try the Call of Duty's version of it.
Yeah.
It sounds fun.
Me and my one friend had so much fun playing Prop Hunt. We were addicted to that for like a couple months. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, is that all you've been playing?
Yeah, pretty much. I was just waiting for Cyberpunk.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I was just playing like Tony Hawk all week, a little bit of that.
I think I heard somebody chime in.
Convenience.
Hello, Sims.
Convenience.
What's convenient?
I've always wanted to say it.
Oh, is it Kevin?
Yeah.
Sims, what is this gen about?
Convenience.
There you go.
There we go. I've been playing Avengers Kate Bishop.
Oh, okay. Sims. How is it?
It's really good, you know. I mean, like, she's like a whole new flavor to the game. Like she handles a lot differently. The way she like maneuvers around the world. Like you can jump and then you kind of teleport to, instead of like grappling to the edge of the cliff or whatever, you kind of just like teleport there. Is really nifty and like.
Does she use like a teleport arrow? How does she do that?
It's like one of your special abilities. So I think if you press R1 and wherever you aim into, you kind of like press R1 and then you just teleport towards it and then you can like attack, or I think your arrow. I'm not sure. I only played like 2 hours of her. I did a couple of her missions. But no, she's her melee is really great. Like her sword feels, you know, I know it's just a whole different like. Just a different bit of fresh air for the game. Like the bow and arrow feels sharp and snappy.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, how's that bow and arrow?
It's really good. Like I'd love to play more. I tried to play a bit more yesterday, but I slowly started to get really sick, as the Americans would say. But no, yeah, like I'm interested to. Her story seems to be going. Her story seems to be going in a really like weird way. Like I'm not going to spoil it, but like. Certain things happen that you wouldn't expect to happen. I don't even know what happens at the end. But, like, you know, going through, you know, I'm in the Avengers stratosphere of Twitter, and everyone seems quite happy about it. Happy about where the game's going and how Kate Bishop handles. So, yeah, Kate Bishop for the Avengers, like, a smooth little rollout. Doesn't seem to have affected the game too much. Don't think it come with too many glitches. I think Avengers are slowly getting on top of it. Well, Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics slowly getting on top of it, and the game's starting to iron its problems out.
Are you happy with like the amount of content that it added?
It only really added like the story content. I think it's supposed to come with. I don't think it came with any new bosses. I think I fought a new thing. But I think it's just like an alternative to what I have fought before. I do think the raid's coming shortly. But yeah, they're getting there. I think they've learned their mistakes of like, let's just focus on one thing at a time instead of trying to like roll out loads of more. As much as people don't like it, the more you roll out, the more problems that causes, especially in a game like this.
You introduce a new character, it's going to cause problems.
Of course, but it seems to have worked out all right. Like she feels great, and the story's really good. So you know, it's only a couple of hours, I believe, but she handles really well. Her sword plays really good. Her specials are really interesting. She's brilliant, voiced by Ashley Birch, right?
I was gonna be my question. How does Ashley sound?
Yeah, she sounds great. Great banter with Nolan North, Iron Man. Yeah, like it seems to be really good. Like I can't really give too much of an opinion on it because I've only played like 2 hours.
I do want to. Can you break like what's her gimmick? Can you break that down just a little bit?
Just like a female Iron Man, like
No. Playing gimmick. So like Iron Man switches between the different ammo forms.
Right. Yeah. pretty
like
much
that.
the
So, like,
same. Like her arrow seems to be her main arsenal. So like she can have a single quick fire and ammo. You keep just spamming. You don't run out of arrows, which is great. Then you can go to like the multi ammo. So if you're kind of getting cornered and swarmed by the enemy, you can put your D-pad like you do with Iron Man and switch to like like a triple arrow, if you will. And then her final one is like a grenade arrow. So you hold it, and then the longer you hold it, the more it traverses.
there's no like stun arrow.
I mean that maybe. I think there is, but that's all in her unlockable like skill tree.
Gotcha.
I saw, as I was going through, you level up quite quickly. I think I'm like level 8 now, level 10. There is like a few stun, like if you hit a good combo, I think it's like triangle, triangle, triangle. She does a combo and then she'll just whip out like the stun arrow. But yeah,
what's up with Ashley Birch and bows and arrows? You know,
That's a good question. I don't know.
I wonder if she shoots bows and arrows in real life. You know,
I don't think she does. I don't think she does.
I think so.
No.
Okay, Sims, you play anything else? He's back.
No.
Okay.
No. I watched The Mandalorian. Talk about that.
Hey,
All right.
I watched 2
where are you
episodes.
at now?
Only 2 episodes in. Interesting.
Yeah.
It's really good. Like I like the different droids that I've not seen before.
Yes, that's one thing that they stay throughout every episode. You get like the concept art for each episode.
Yeah,
At the end.
that was really
It's
good.
really cool.
At the end of it,
It's
really
really
good the way they do it.
Play that cool music.
Are you a big Star Wars fan?
Yeah, I would believe. I'd say so. Yeah, like I'm always excited when the new films come out.
Cool. And you're really gonna like the show.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm only like 2 episodes in. It's more of a, go wrap presents, put something on the telly. But I think I watched.
Sims hated Star Wars. What are you talking about?
No, he plays the character.
I got toy lightsabers and everything.
Yeah, he likes.
I just didn't like the game. I just think the game was terrible. Like that's just my problem.
Bad opinion. It's a bad.
And I have bad opinions.
Terrible opinion.
I'm
And with
going-
that
I'm going now.
terrible opinion, we move on to the news.
The news.
Leave you now. We will talk about another series favorite of Sims, Halo Infinite. Has a new release window. You like that? You like that? Because he hates Halo. You get it? You get the joke. Okay, so Halo Infinite. Shut up, Sims. Halo Infinite is now targeting a fall 2021 release date. This came from Bungie on Thursday, or no, not Thursday, Tuesday.
Yes, a couple days ago.
They also showed some screenshots of the first multiplayer map, stuff like that.
There was like they showed some armor piece sets.
Yeah.
They showed a couple guns. Like
Yeah, they talked about how they wanted to be more upfront about the game's development and what's going on with it and stuff. So it seems like we'll get a lot more updates throughout the year.
we got more clarification with Joseph Staten, leading and everything, and playing the game, and he kind of broke stuff down and stuff.
Yeah. It seemed like the new creative director. Do you remember his name?
Joseph Staten.
Oh, was that it? Okay, yeah. It seems like he's really taking control here, being the head of this game now. He wants to be at the forefront and tell everyone, be upfront about everything. But yeah, fall 2021. I don't think it's all that surprising.
No, I mean that's what I said when it got delayed.
Right.
I would assume it would wait until the fall. Give them more time. Like if they're going to delay it anyways, give them time.
Yeah. So when do we think this will come out exactly?
I say September.
September. Yeah.
I know they like a September release.
Yeah, I used to love those Halo September releases. I know 3 ODST. Even I don't remember what 2's release day was.
Halo, they mostly released in September, except for the first one that I
the 360 era was all September Halo releases. And I always thought of that whenever September would roll around, like,
where's my new Halo?
Yeah, where's my new Halo? But yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to see what they do. Glad they're giving us these updates now. It seems like they're really trying to get this game back on track.
I think this was just a positive little talk and announcement. I don't think it's anything really negative about it.
Yeah, I think they needed to say something before the end of the year. Just any type of update. And this is good. Yeah, I think they could have just said this and then not said anything more until.
They had a whole package. All those screenshots and all that stuff. They were ready to talk.
So I would expect an update at least like quarterly.
We'll probably get something in January.
Yeah. something like that.
Another month.
Yeah, sure. I wonder if they'll do a beta for this game. I think that'd probably be a smart idea for them. Maybe do a summer type beta.
Maybe, yeah.
I always liked it with Halo because I remember when like Reach did one and they did it like 6 months before the game even was out. I like it when it's far out like that. That way they can actually incorporate some feedback into the game. You know what I mean? It's
even Halo 3 was pretty far away.
Yeah, it's always weird when a game has a beta and it comes out in like 3 weeks. You know, it's always just like, well, what are you gonna learn there? That's just a
testing
test,
servers.
you know?
Yeah,
exactly. It's just like, oh, that seems silly, but
I think like and maybe this is a far off prediction. You know, like E3-ish time when they do their next thing.
Yeah.
Oh, beta's out today, and then games out September or November. That was another date that I saw going around with the anniversary of the first game.
Yeah, the anniversary of the first game it'll be the 20th anniversary on November 15th, 2021. So
yeah, I could see that
right around then. Yeah, I could definitely see that. But yeah, hopefully there's a beta. That's really all I got to say. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. I'm happy for them that it seems like they're going in a positive direction.
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to it. Next up, General Manager Casey Hudson and Executive Producer of the upcoming Dragon Age game, Mark Dara. They are leaving BioWare, unfortunately. But thankfully, all current projects in development will go on as planned. What was that?
I said, as they say.
Yeah, as they say. So we will see how that goes. This happened like a week ago at this point.
This happened like right after we recorded the last show, pretty much.
Yeah. So it's interesting to me because the common consensus seems to be like, oh no, this is doom for BioWare. But like to me, BioWare has been dead for like 7 years now. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was the last great game. Like really, like everything else.
I know some people like Inquisition, but like that was still a mixed bag too. Like,
yeah, I've just never been a fan of Dragon Age games, so I guess that's.
they had a lot of development issues. That was the problem.
Yeah, you're right though with that one because that did win like a lot of Game of the Years and stuff that year. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of people have just been saying like, oh no, this is the end for BioWare. This is that, but I've just felt like they've been dead this whole generation to me. You know what I mean? Like this is. BioWare has been in the grave for me. I've just been waiting for them to resurrect themselves, and obviously Casey Hudson isn't going to do it now.
Yeah, that's. I remember when he got rehired a couple years ago, and that I was excited. I was like, oh, we're getting Casey back.
Right.
Put him back on Mass Effect or whatever. Put him on a new project, something. And he came to Anthem, and I know he's already late to Anthem, so not everything is really. He couldn't do much. Who knows how much he actually influenced or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But also,
there was a couple years there where they had Casey Hudson back and Drew Karpyshyn, who was the writer of Mass Effect 1, 2, and KOTOR, or Knights of the Republic 1. Yeah. And when they had that was when I was like, oh, okay, they're back. Like, they're going to be back. We're going to get more great BioWare games. But then Drew Karpyshyn left, and, he left pretty early on. I think he was only back for, like, a year. He wrote, like, part of the lore for Anthem and stuff. And he just bounced because I'm assuming he just saw how badly this was going, and same thing with Casey Hudson now years later. It just seemed like he saw how badly this was going, and they're not going in the direction that BioWare should be going in, so he just bounced too.
Sure, I mean, we could take it from a different perspective, like maybe get new talent to come in there and take head, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Casey just can't do it, or Mark Dara can't do it on the opposite side, on the Dragon Age side, get somebody else that maybe can.
Yeah, it's you almost kind of want to look at the Nintendo model, right? Nintendo has been able to hire people that grew up playing their games to now make new games for them.
Look at Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, look at Breath of the Wild. Look how innovative that was for the Zelda series. Look at the Mario Odyssey, the new ideas that are being brought to that, stuff like that. That's all from new people coming in there and working on Nintendo games that grew up playing Nintendo games.
Yeah, it can't just be, what's his name every time?
The one guy.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know why I can't think of his name.
On bad days.
But
what I'm saying, BioWare is at a point where they are old enough now to where they could hire people that grew up playing their games. The 30-year-olds, the mid 20 type people. They all grew up playing. They saw probably Jade Empire, the classic era of BioWare games.
Yeah, so, think how old those games are now. Mass Effect trilogy is pretty old now.
Yeah, it's pretty old now. So I mean, it's time to start hiring people that grew up playing your games so they can get BioWare back to where it needs to be. And
Miyamoto.
And all that, right?
His name is Miyamoto. I couldn't think of it. But yeah. We didn't even mention Andromeda,
Right.
which was another mixed bag. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that game is as bad as people make it out to be, but it's definitely not great.
No, it's
not
definitely a classic, great BioWare game. You know, like you played that, it just felt like a rushed together RPG. That's really what it felt like to me, and I played through that whole thing. You know, and like
I gave up on it.
Okay, yeah, I enjoyed the lore and like stuff like that, and some of the characters and stuff, but like it just felt very not done. You know, and I don't know. I don't know what BioWare does here. You know, like I said, just hired new people that grew up playing their games. That's all they can do. You know, I don't know.
Start with a clean slate, I guess.
Yeah, but you got a question too. How many chances do they have? You know, with EA owning them, you know, it's like if they put out another bad game or two. It's
EA just shuts people down. They don't. I mean, they should just shut Visceral down, like Amy Hennig's game.
Visceral never even put out a bad game, and they shut them down. You know,
I mean,
Dead Space 3 was great, but
I still like Dead Space 3. It wasn't the best, but
I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I liked it a lot, actually.
But yeah, I mean, they just shut them down after a Star Wars project wasn't coming together the way they wanted, right? So it's just...
Which is insane. I still am very angry about the Visceral stuff.
And I know how big BioWare is to them and how many studios. I think there's 3 different BioWare studios. So
there's 2? It's Austin and Edmonton?
Edmonton and... isn't there Vancouver? Isn't there one more?
There could be. I'm not sure. You could be right.
Because there's the Knights of the Old Republic team, the MMO one, and then the Dragon Age team and the Mass Effect team. Or not the Mass, but the Anthem team.
Yeah, you could be right then. I only know of 2, but I could see there being 3. But still, that's a huge studio just to shut. I don't think they can, to be honest. That's a lot.
Yeah, maybe they couldn't, but I mean, I guess, I don't know. If EA sees that they could save money just shutting them down, you know, and if I don't know, if 1 or 2 more bad games for BioWare, you know, it could be Dragon Age 4 comes out bad, and then whatever the next Mass Effect is that they're planning comes out bad. I don't know if they make it through this whole generation, you know.
I hope they do, but to be fair to like EA, like they hire them to make money, and EA, they could take their time with them too, because it's not like EA doesn't make money. They make money hand over fist with those sports games.
Yeah,
that's all they need to make. They don't need
all the money they need for the rest of the time.
They don't need to make anything else. They could just make sports games. So I think that they kind of do other games to kind of make fans happy, like Apex and Titanfall and Jedi Fallen Order, stuff like that.
All of Respawn.
Yeah, it's pretty much just Respawn.
Yeah, just the diamond in EA right now.
It should still be BioWare, to be honest.
Yeah, you know, and it's ridiculous it isn't, but I don't know. Just kind of.
I guess we can't forget about DICE.
BioWare's falling.
Yeah.
And with that said note, we'll move on to our next story. To a more happy note, Kratos is now available in Fortnite. I believe he's some type of skin. Daniel, I know you are a Fortnite fan, number one.
Number one fan.
Kratos do the floss. The
floss, or the scrub stance, which is the classic one where he like claps and does this.
Sure.
And points, whatever. That's the scrub stance. This is another one that got these last 2 stories. This happened right after we recorded again.
Yeah,
last
Thursday,
week.
Big news day.
Yeah. Interesting, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't really have much else to say. Like, it's cool that Kratos is there. There's the rumors of Chief. Maybe we'll get that today.
Was that not confirmed yet?
We'll definitely get Chief. We'll definitely get Chief today.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, they are teasing something, so I wonder, is Chief that big to tease?
Yeah.
Have you played
Kratos? You know, like, is Chief like I know you guys know how much I am a Halo fan, but like to you guys, is Chief that much of a character to like drop like that?
He's the face of the Xbox, isn't he?
True. Yeah.
I mean, my 8-year-old, I don't think she could give a shiny shite, but it is a big deal to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, every morning she's got like Ali on for like her latest like update for Fortnite. I'm there making a cereal. You can just hear him like, I hear the Master Chief rumors and all this, etc., and Sabos rumors and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a big deal. it's Fortnite, innit? Like, I wouldn't be shocked if we saw. I would be shocked. We saw Link in there, but it doesn't. I don't know. Samus is more of a fit into it.
No, I think Link could fit. I just don't know if Nintendo would do that.
No.
The last thing they really did anything like that was Minecraft, and Minecraft is even more of a kids game. You know, like a little more even more family friendly than Fortnite is, because you're not just shooting people. You know, but what do you think about Kratos and just in general?
Yeah, it's a big deal. It is a big deal. Like,
I wonder why Kratos was chosen on the Sony side.
Out of any other Sony character, I guess he's the biggest one right now. I mean,
Yeah,
I would have said.
I would have said.
Yeah, I would have said Nate right around. Like if we were closer to Uncharted 4, I would have said Nate. But right now, Kratos for sure, or even Aloy. I don't know.
Ellie.
She just literally stabbed people in the neck.
Does Nate look too familiar to like some of the default characters in Fortnite?
Yeah, I know what you mean. That Agent guy and Nate.
Yeah.
If he's just wearing his Nate outfit, his holsters and his
got the scarf,
his half tuck, you know, yeah.
Is it too real for Nathan Drake? I mean, like with God of War, it's more fantasy. Do you know what I mean?
No, but Nate actually shoots guns.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting you bring that up because Kratos seems like a much more mature thing to me, but maybe I'm.
Yeah, of course.
I think so.
If my kid was to go, Dad, I'd like to buy this. Obviously, I'd be like, well, no, it's too expensive, and I'm a grumpy old man. But yeah, like I don't think that kids understand, like, you know, that he's in this game where he's tearing off someone's head and literally shitting down his neck. Like,
yeah, I wonder if the hope here is you play as Kratos in Fortnite, and it's like, hey, go check out the God of War video game or the new one coming out in a year or whatever.
If my kid turned around to me and says, Dad, I want to play God of War, I'd hug her. And we just play it together.
I guess back to the Chief thing. I think Chief even fits more than Kratos, to be honest. He he shoots guns, and you could put Chief in a different art style. I think he kind of would fit a different art style pretty well.
Yeah, plus he's just like a giant spaceman type thing, you know.
Yeah, he's just a space marine.
Yeah, it kind of fits more than some bald guy with an axe.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not for it.
I mean, I guess we need side by side, like Kratos flossing and then Chief flossing, and see who does it better
to really tell. Yeah,
it's the only way I can tell. You know,
a dance off would be the only way to prove who's better, right?
Of course. I mean,
of course.
Can
we get a Mario one and the Mario Kratos Master Chief in a dance off? Who can floss the best?
Mario can do everything, so probably Mario.
Probably Mario. Mario would win. Next up, Oscar Isaac is reportedly playing Solid Snake in the Metal Gear Solid movie. This Metal Gear Solid movie, in the works over at Sony Pictures. Jordan Roberts is set to direct this. Vogue Roberts. I couldn't remember that middle part of his name, whatever it was. Yeah, he's the director of the recent King Kong movie. He's also made some other shorts that I've seen. Good director. He's talking about this. Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah. He's been talking about this Metal Gear movie for so long, and like he's pitched ideas for it and stuff, and he's had meetings with Kojima. So it's good they're sticking with him as the director, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's a good sign. And then Oscar Isaac wants to play Snake, so having somebody that loves the property, and then he also loves the property, I think that's a good fit.
Yeah, it almost just seems like these two really wanted to make this, and Sony was just like, oh, okay, well, we can do that. Yeah.
There's only one negative, really, and that's Oscar Isaac's like availability. Is that he's just such a busy person and he's in like every major franchise except for Star Wars at this point, or not Star Wars. MCU. He's not in the MCU. But yeah, he is.
Not yet. Oh no, he got casted as Moon Knight though.
Is that real?
Yeah, that's real.
Oh my god, he's Moon Knight. He's in the MCU. So he's in literally every major franchise right now.
Yeah.
Wow, you just blew my mind. I forgot about that.
I forgot about that one, huh?
So he's just a busy boy.
I guess he's not in the DC universe yet.
No.
I don't know who he could play.
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern. Not a bad choice.
I can see it. I just let Oscar Isaac do whatever he
can
wants.
do anything, right?
Yeah.
Like he's a
Do
good
whatever
actor.
he wants.
Yeah, you ever seen
It could be-
Ex Machina?
I love it.
Ex Machina is such a good,
So good.
so good. I can
He
talk
is
about Ex
so good.
Machina all day. He's so good at that movie. So is the girl. I can't remember. I heard complicated name. Girl in Tomb Raider, Alexandra something.
Alicia Vikander.
Alicia, that's it. Vikander. Wow, man, you had that down. That's impressive.
I do, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, back to the Metal Gear movie. I am not a fan of Metal Gear. Not really in the slightest. Kinda. I like the plots. The idea. I've played 3. 3 is the one I've played the most of. Couldn't do
3's
it.
so good.
This was years ago. This is why I don't like stealth. Actually, is because of this game. Yeah. Believe it or not, it was it was a very long time ago when I played it, back on PS2. So I think I like rented it from Blockbuster or whatever. This is what made me dislike stealth in games, is that I was just like found myself like just like sitting in a bush so much in that game, or like around a corner, just waiting for like a guy to walk past so then I could go, And it's just that like that constant waiting. I'm always constantly reminded of that.
Given the resource, you could just like kill people and stuff or whatever.
Yeah. And again, I was like very young at the time, so maybe I just couldn't fully wrap my head around Metal Gear and the stealth and that stuff. But yeah, how are you feeling about the movie?
I mean, I don't really. I'm in
Metal Gear 1.
I'm usually in the camp that I don't really need a video game movie, but I think that Metal Gear would fit it for sure. Even if I know that they're probably just really starting production, if anything, pre-production. Like this movie's still a couple years out. Like it's not close.
Which of the Metal Gear games have you played through?
I have not played 1 actually. I want to play 1 and 4. I have not played 1 or 4. I played 2 and 3.
Did you play?
It's
the
in
one
that
I
bundle.
liked the most was 5. I played through 5.
I played a little of 5.
I played a good amount of 5.
I don't like how it's set up. Like, I like the
combat in that game was spectacular though.
Yeah, the combat's fun. I just don't like how the game is set up. I prefer that more
taking
the
stuff with the base and stuff.
Yeah, I don't like all that. I prefer like that more linear kind of open areas and kind of doing the mission. That's what I would want.
Sure.
And 2 and 3 do that. I want to play 1 and 4, but I just haven't yet.
So I never played 1 either. So I guess as far as the movie goes, we couldn't really speak to adapting 1.
I mean, I know a lot of those characters.
Okay.
But, just from just popularity and stuff like that, pop culture. Like I know.
Yeah, I know like Ocelot and like Gray Fox and stuff like that or whatever.
Yeah, I mean Gray Fox and Ocelot, they are in some of the other games too.
Yeah.
But then you get like Psycho Mantis and Sniper Wolf. Like there's some other characters. Like I think that this could be like really over the top and just fun to watch, even if it's not great.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how they adapt some of Kojima's like trippy aspects to it. Like I know there's that Psycho Mantis fight in the first one where you like have to put your memory card in a different slot or whatever, like unplug your controller, stuff like that. Yeah, I want to adapt stuff like that. Obviously they couldn't do that, but maybe they do something trippy and like fourth wall breaking in the movie to like kind of blow your mind. I don't know. I
guess my recommendation would be to go super video game and anime. Like take in, not to this extent, but take influence from like Scott Pilgrim. Just go into it.
Just go all out.
Be fun and flashy and campy, like take that route with it. I think people will like that.
One downside of this is one of the writers on this was also one of the writers for Star Wars Episode 9. So
that doesn't mean much. Some people have written bad movies that have done other good things.
Yeah, that's fair. Very fair.
That happens all the time.
That was like one of the only credentials he had, though, and with one of the writers, and I was like, oh, that's not good.
I don't hate that movie as much as other people.
I hate Episode. Not hate it, but like it's my least favorite Star Wars movie.
That's the most insane thing you've ever said.
Yeah, 2's better.
Oh my god, I need to leave.
2's better. Episode 9, man, I cannot take Episode 9. It's the shit they did. Okay, next up. We will do let's do this one first. Persona 5 Strikers has been announced for PS4, Switch, and Steam, and is releasing on February 21st, 2021.
Yeah, this is another like I don't know who's developing it. I didn't catch that, but it's like a Muso game.
Is it not? I got from
this. Oh, I have no idea. It could be. I think, well, it's continuing the story from what I gathered. But
yeah, I know it's supposed to take place after the Persona 5 story.
it's supposed to continue the story, but
back together.
I don't. I'm not too sure, but it looked like more of a Muso like Dynasty Warriors game.
That is who's developing it, actually.
It is okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is their names here? Let me get.
I forget.
Omega Force Peace Studio. Oh no, Omega Force. There you go. Omega Force are the guys that make the Dynasty Warriors games. They are making this game. Yeah.
So that's
Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
Whatever the new one was called, whatever.
Age of Calamity.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So
Connor,
they're developing this. Yeah.
what's happened to your telly?
Oh, do you want that back on, Sims?
Yeah, I just want to know what happened. I thought you'd like PlayStation that errored or something.
Oh, no. They just turn off after like an hour. You know?
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry to interrupt.
He wants to see that Cyberpunk logo.
No, do it.
You're okay. There you go.
Sorry to interrupt. What are the loadings like on the next gen Cyberpunk?
Good.
Oh, yeah,
Great.
talk about that. Yeah, I haven't really had a problem.
I mean, there is a load like screen, but not long at all.
I will say it loads slower than anything I've played on the PS5 so far, but I mean, I think that's kind of to be expected.
But like, not
I
as
agree
long
with
as last
very
gen.
Very little.
It's nothing noticeable where I'm like sitting through load screens.
Oh, it's nothing like last gen.
Yeah.
It's like 10 seconds or 15 seconds. Like it's very like Call of Duty has a lot of load times, but I don't have like the next gen version or whatever. But it's not as fast as I would say Yakuza 7. But it's not.
It's also upgraded for Series X stuff.
Yeah, Yakuza 7's aren't upgraded. This we don't even have the like optimized version yet. So once it gets optimized, it's just gonna load like nothing.
Okay, thank you for your time.
You're welcome, Sims.
Thank you, Sims, wherever you are. I hear your voice coming.
Thanks, God.
Yes.
Where'd he go? Okay.
I don't know.
Anyways, back to Persona 5 Strikers. Yeah, being developed by the Dynasty Warrior guys, coming out February 21st. I believe it's already been out in Japan for a while, right?
It has. Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
I don't know when it came out. Maybe beginning of the year or last year.
Yeah. I'm not too big a Persona guy, so not too excited for this, but it is
I'm not a big fan
worthy.
of Dynasty Warriors game, so.
Yeah.
So I had a little bit of Age of Calamity spoiled for me, and I know that I'm not going to spoil it, but I know that it is an exact prequel of Breath of the Wild. I know that it kind of diverges and becomes its own timeline. I wonder if it's going to do the same thing with this, where it's a continuation, but also kind of its own timeline.
Sure.
I know that we didn't really beat the game.
We will keep wondering. Aren't they making another Persona 5 thing? Isn't there like a puzzle game coming out?
That's a dancing game or whatever, like a rhythm game.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Next up, we will move on to. We're gonna do a little review roundup for Cyberpunk 2077. All the reviews dropped on Monday of this week, and it's been just the biggest topic in video games this week. Can't go anywhere on any social media without seeing something about Cyberpunk reviews. A lot of arguing going around this stuff like that. But yeah, we will. So it's in at 91 right now on Metacritic. Some of the higher up
not 76.
Not 76.
Not a 76. I was gonna call you back in for the bet because we're gonna yell at you.
It's okay.
Yeah, IGN gave it a 9. GameSpot gave it a 7.
Can we pause for 1 second?
Yeah.
Leave Callie alone. I just want to say that she has her opinion.
Oh, I thought you meant pause the show in general.
No.
Okay.
No.
So, going back to that subject, so what just came up on my screen? So, right, so we had this conversation yesterday. This guy named, I can't remember his name. It's not even worth me mentioning on the show. Fuck him. So obviously, he had this like 15-minute video of him just trashing it, and I watched that video first. So I was like, maybe this guy has a point. So then I went over to the GameSpot review, 18 minutes long, probably the most in-depth review I've seen. Like Blessing did a great job, and I think IGN's Tom Marks did a great job. But in 18 minutes, she went through pretty much every nitty-gritty bit of that game, other than the one thing he pulled her up on. And if she wants to give it a 7, I agree with that 7. I think the game is a 7 for at the state it's in now. I disagree with them
I'm
only.
Make a video about you saying it's a 7 without even playing it.
But I get what you're saying. Don't get me wrong.
Say that all you need to say is that she has her opinion.
Of course, 100%.
She could have given the game a 4. Like, I don't care. Like, you give the game a 4 if that's how you feel about the game. I don't care. Like, that's it.
What I'm trying to say is, like, I disagree with the way they've rolled the review out. And fuck this guy. I'm not even going to talk about him anymore. What I will say is, like, we had this conversation the other day. It's like, why? Obviously, they said here, play it on the PC. It runs better. Obviously, they still had to roll that patch out that you've got now. Am I right? 40 gigs patch.
Yeah. I got a patch. I didn't see the size.
I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. Like, Tom Marks is like, we can only show you my gameplay for the gameplay for, like, not even gameplay, like just like video clips of the game. I don't know. I disagreed with it, but anyway, fuck that guy, Callie. If you're watching, fantastic review. 18 minutes of my life, well spent, and congratulations in being included in the Future Stars from the Game Awards.
Yeah, that came out, and Blessing, shout out to Blessing too.
Yeah. A lot of good faces there, like nice futures, like the good. We'll be there one day, boys. That's all I'm saying.
Hey.
I'm going back to being sick.
Okay,
good luck with that. Back to the reviews in general, though, like he was saying, how he kind of disagrees the way the reviews were rolled out. I kind of do too. Not on the reviewer side, like, because it's not their fault. The embargo was up when it was up, and they got the copy when they got the copy. You know what I mean? It's just the amount of length they had wasn't right for this game. I don't feel like,
What I'm going to say to this is they should be lucky that they got it ahead of time anyways.
Sure.
And that's just where I live. Like,
maybe more reviewers should have been okay with not having the review out as soon as the embargo was up.
Exactly. Yeah. That's where I'm at. Like, I agree that I am on your side. Yes. It'd be nice if they had more time and they could explore more bits that they could put in their review. But like, they should just be lucky that they played it ahead of time.
Yeah, like Blessings, the review was the only one I listened to on the Kind of Funny Games cast. That's the only one I've heard. That's the only one I've read. I don't like much spoil, but Kind of Funny I just listen to while I'm at work, so I'm gonna hear it.
Right.
But with his review, I was like, okay, he said he wanted to play it. Like, if he had more time, he would have played it. Like, he would have played like 60 hours. He would have done more side stuff and not mainline the story as much. I wish he would have just played it like that then, and then done the review a week later or whatever. Yeah, doing impressions first. And I wish he would have played it the way he wanted to play it instead of
that's what the Easy Allies, they put out an impressions video.
Yeah.
It's like a 40 video of two of them talking, and they'll do their full review when Ben has the time to do it. He's just going to as much as he wants to do and review it at his pace.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like more people should do how Easy Allies does their reviews.
Yeah, just play the game how you want to play the game, and then give us your review once you're completely done.
Exactly.
Like, there was no. I'm not saying it's the reviewer's fault, because I understand they have to. They don't have to, but they want to hit the embargo because they want to be
more
up
clicks.
to date. Yeah, more clicks to get those views. I totally get that, but it's just like, maybe you should have just taken your time with this one. Yeah. But I also put a lot of blame on CD Projekt Red because clearly their game, they wanted this patch out before anyone played it. You know what I mean? Or at least more patches out.
I think that's also reasonable. I don't really think that's unreasonable about a patch.
Yeah, it is. I mean, to be fair, like, the game wasn't out yet, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
They said the game will be ready on November 10th. You know what I mean? If you're a reviewer and you play it early, it's kind of just like, well, I mean, you're playing an earlier version, even though it is only 3 days away. I don't know. I'm very on the fence about it. I don't know. It is really a very weird issue.
But I guess we can continue about just the roundup. Like, it's got really good reviews.
Yeah, it's funny. We were talking about Andromeda earlier, but this game, it's like this game came out and it was Mass Effect Andromeda, but you know what I mean? Like, it felt like that the way it was being talked about. Like, oh my god, it's horrible, it's buggy, it's stuff like that. But like, you look on Credit Critic, it's a fucking 91. That's one of the highest reviewed games of the year. The whole gen. You know what I mean? So it's not like the world's on fire and this game's just like awful. You know what I mean? It's it's amazing, but like there's just problems with it.
Mm-hmm. You want to go over reviews?
Yeah, I mean, we can go over a few more. Anyone in particular you want to shout out? Did IGN or Easy Allies give it a score yet? Game Informer gave it a 9.
Game Informer gave it a 9.
Game Informer 9.
I think GamesBeat gave it like a 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. Yeah, we'll do some of the lower ones. Obviously, GameSpot was a 7. It's kind of one of the lower ones. PC Gamer 78. Trusted Reviews 80. Yeah. So I mean, there's big outlets here too that gave it lower scores. So it's not like everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But it seems like overall, mostly people really like.
I mean, if it's at a 91, that means most people did.
If you're in that must-play category on Metacritic, it's just like, I mean, you made an amazing game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Anything else on the news cycle? That is it for the news. And with that, we'll move on to the new release dates. First one, Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, the VR game. It's coming out December 11th. This is made by Respawn, right?
Yeah, it's the Respawn one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, we're getting into the time of the year when we're not going to get a ton of releases.
Yeah, we're kind of done with the new releases for a while here. Huh?
We might get a few notable ones, but
not here and there. Yeah, kind of won't pick up again until like February-ish, a little after.
No, I think January will. It depends on what's coming out, because I assume that Ratchet's probably coming out in January, maybe February.
You think January for Ratchet?
I think that's a good time for that.
I think it's too early. I think, I was feeling March, April. I mean, there's still only a couple months off, but
that game, I don't think can overlap with other big things. I think that game needs its time separate.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's just, is Sony gonna worry about that? You know what I mean?
But
we don't have anything in March right now. You know.
Hypothetically, they have Returnal. They have Horizon 2. They have
Horizon 2. They said is now second half. So.
Yeah, and God of War 2. But I'm just kind of naming some. So that's like 3 games. They don't really want to overlap any of them. So.
Sony. They typically like doing these. Or it seems like they want to do these 3 big games a year and try to have them all spaced out a little bit.
Maybe one a quarter. Something.
Yeah, they kind of want to try to have one spring, one summer, one fall. That's kind of what it seems like. And if they could get out Ratchet, Horizon 2, and God of War next year, that'd be amazing.
That'd be awesome.
The God of War one ain't happening, we all know, but I wonder with that, because that's just such a common thing now that like, oh, everyone knows you guys said 2021, but it's not coming out in 2021. I wonder if Sony Santa Monica's been hearing that and it's just like, okay, motherfuckers, like
we're gonna do it.
We'll see.
January 1st.
Right. They just put out like nothing. It's a tech demo.
Yeah,
there you go.
Kratos, like just walking around his house. That's all it is.
I'll play that. $70 well spent.
Mm-hmm.
And now
that's it.
Yeah, just let me throw that X. That's all I care about. And now we'll move on to the bet. Last week's bet was the Cyberpunk 2077 Metacritic. Daniel guessed 92. I guessed 91. Sims guessed 76. Daniel, I think we said it like 3 times already, but what is it?
91.
91. Spot on.
What I will say is that was my bet. If you remember, you said it first, so I couldn't take it. But what I was going to say was 91.
Sounds like a whole lot of excuses there, Daniel.
Whatever.
Spot on. That's all I'm saying. I knew this game. Sims was dead wrong. Sims, are you there?
Always.
Now, Sims. This game's out of 91.
Give it me.
This game's out of 91.
Yeah.
You've been saying how bad it's going to be in the lead up the whole time. You've been saying it's not going to be what people expect. In a way, you were right. In a way. Well, for some people, you were right.
I don't think it's how he meant he was saying it, though.
I think what I was trying to get at is like, being real, not being, a character who's trying to get attention or whatever. I just think people had set them expectations so high that it could only be it could only be bad, if that makes sense. Like, they're going to come into this game, it's like, oh, this isn't what I wanted. And then they're going to moan about it on the internet, which probably most people are right now.
Right.
But honestly, cut the shit. Like, I can't wait to play this game. This game looks like up my alley. I watched a bit of stream last night. It looks amazing. and I genuinely can't wait to just be in this world and like, you know, as people know, like I am waiting for Christmas for all these big releases, and I think that's only going to be beneficial to me. I mean, look at Spider-Man that just got
For
that
this
big
game
patch
especially.
as well. Yeah, but like the Spider-Man patch with the 60 frames, but with ray tracing now, and then this one will be patched, you know, weekly for, you know, up until Christmas most likely.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I honestly, like, I know, you know, forget the bullshit, forget the bit. Like this game, it looks incredible, and with a few more patches, it will get even better.
Yeah, if you could even hold out until the next gen version fully gets here,
I don't think I could do that.
then you'd be in the money. It depends when that actually
I'm
happens.
itching. Like I was like,
From the little I played, like you're fine playing it on just right how it is right now on the new gen.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, cool.
Let's go to the new bet.
Now to next week's bet. This week's bet will be how many people are watching the Game Awards on Twitch?
oh god.
I'm gonna say high end, so I'll watch the whole time. Whatever that peak is, that's what I'll say.
Okay, so whatever the highest number you see is, that's what you'll say.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
I think it's reasonable.
You want to guess first then?
Oh, I don't know.
Does anybody
It's
know
probably-
last year's? I forgot.
No, but it's got to be like north of 200,000, right? It can't be lower than that.
I have no idea.
Okay, you have no idea. That doesn't help me. I guess I'll just say 200,000.
Okay.
I'll just go even. 200,000.
Sims, what do you think?
350,000.
There you go, big boy. There you go. Go big numbers.
I was gonna go millies hours. But...
Oh, just on Twitch though.
I
on
just
Twitch.
think this year, like, there's a lot more gamers in the world now.
Sure. But if I was adding them all up, it'd probably be like closer to it. But I'm only doing Twitch.
I will say 400,000.
Oof. Okay, you guys are going much bigger than I thought.
I will go on the high end.
Okay.
Hope it works. Come on, Keely, pull it out. 400,000? Get 400,000.
This one sounds like it's going to be a pretty big event.
Yeah, everyone's stuck at home anyways. Just watch the game.
That's true too. True.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll send out a tweet, and that way 400,000 people will see it. Don't worry, guys. We got this. Next up, we will move on to the game. I do not know what this week's game will be.
It's going to be 20 questions.
20 questions. All right.
Is
Is it
Sim,
just
do you
me?
okay to do 20 questions? Or I
Yeah.
Are you sure? You sound like you're dying.
He's dying over there. You could just chime in and help him. You're the Kevin.
He's
So
not helping anyways.
I have the game right pulled up.
Convenience.
What is this gen about?
Convenience.
There we go.
Crashes.
I just start stuttering. I have the game ready, so whenever you guys are ready.
Did this game come out before the year 1999? Or before the year 2000?
Before 2000, yes, it did.
God damn it. Why you gotta do this when I'm alone?
He's here.
You know I don't know before 2000 games.
You should know.
Sorry, I completely missed what was. So you asked what? Sorry.
Before 2000.
It's a GoldenEye. Must be.
It is before 2000.
GoldenEye is the only game that came out before 2000, so pretty sure it's GoldenEye.
The only one.
The only one. That and Pawn.
Pong, yeah.
I'm
No other game.
No other game. I'm glad I can make Sims laugh at least. Wow, it's not that bad. Okay. Is this game exclusive to Nintendo machines? No. Okay. No, it is not. Is this game on PlayStation machines?
No.
I think there's only the one before them. No? Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, PlayStation 2 came out in 2000.
Okay. That's what I figured. Is this game... So it's not on PlayStation machines, and it's not exclusive to Nintendo machines. Sims, you gotta guess. Say something. Can you see your hands in this game?
Yeah, you can see your hands.
Cool. Is this a third-person game?
I'm gonna say no.
Interesting. I'm assuming it's not a first-person then either, because it might be some type of strategy, bird's eye view type thing. I don't know. That's just my thought process here. Is this a first-person game?
It's not a first-person game.
Okay, cool. So we are. Is this a fighting game?
No.
You had to think about that one a little bit. We'll read Daniel's facial expressions.
This
He's just gonna pick
game.
one stupid one.
So, did you say is it exclusive to Nintendo?
Yeah.
It's not.
It is not, but it could still be on Nintendo. It cannot be on PlayStation.
Did this game come out in 1998?
That year specifically, could you not just ask
The
that
year
one?
of dreams.
It's one of them. Yeah. Do you want to ask that question?
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
God damn it!
Fuck
That's
this
one
game.
year down. At least I know that year.
That's true. It's one
Is
year.
this a '90s game?
It is a 90s game. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Did this come out on the Nintendo 64?
No. That's 10
Is
questions.
this a PC game?
It's not a PC game.
Okay, not a PC game. Not a PlayStation game. Didn't come out on the N64. It's come out on the SNES.
No.
What the fuck did it come out on? It's not on PC. It's not on SNES. It's not on fucking. Oh, is this on Game Boy?
No.
What the fuck is this? Hang on. So it's not on N64. It's not on SNES.
Is this
It's
game
not
out? Oh wait, you asked that. Is this
It's
game?
not on Game Boy.
I don't know.
Oh, Sega.
Sega.
I mean, I don't think we said it's not on N64, right? You didn't ask that question.
I did ask that. You
Did
said it was
on
not.
N64? It's not. It's not.
Okay. Is
I
this
didn't
on
know-
Sega
I-
Genesis?
It is on the Genesis, yeah.
God damn it. The only games I know on the Genesis are Sonic and Bubsy. And Echo the Dolphin. You remember Echo the
There
Dolphin?
you go. Yeah.
Is that it? Is it Echo the Dolphin?
I can't tell you.
Do you play as a dolphin in this game?
Is that a question?
Yes.
Okay, you don't.
God damn it.
Echo the Dolphin.
Echo the Dolphin was great.
Hmm.
Some
I never
really
played it.
frustrating. Had really good music. Like really good.
Yeah.
Like might be the best video game music of all time. Echo the Dolphin.
That's not true.
Yeah. And he made little noises. He was like, "Meow."
Yeah.
Little sound waves.
How did dolphins go again? Yeah, okay. It kind of cut out. That's fine. It still cut out.
That's kind of how it sounded.
Discord's not working with you.
Did you play as a animal that's trying to be like human, like a Sonic, like a Bubsy type thing? Like the animal.
You're just what's the question?
Like I'm trying to ask, is this an animal that like? Is it an animal that you play as?
Play as an animal?
Yes.
Yes.
See, that doesn't help me because that you play as an animal in every Sega game.
They like their animals.
Sims, you're old. What's animal games on Sega? Fuck, he's dead.
I'm not dead. So what is it then? So what have we rattled it down to? A Sega game?
It's on Sega Genesis, and you play as an animal. And it's not Echo the Dolphin because you don't play as a dolphin.
I don't know.
Is this a Sonic game?
It is.
Ooh, okay. But which one, Daniel? Okay, what Sonic games are on there? There's Sonic 1, 2, and Sonic and Knuckles. And I think that's it. Is there another one, Sims? Do you know? I know you're a huge Sonic guy.
I shouldn't help you.
Okay. Is this the first in a series?
Yes.
Is this Sonic the Hedgehog?
It is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Thank
Released
God.
in
Got the
1991
Sims.
on the Sega Genesis.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Developed by Sega. Came out in June 23rd, 1991.
I was so stressed that you picked something harder.
Sonic the Hedgehog. I said
No,
Sonic.
I picked a game you guys would know.
Sonic the Hedgehog?
It just took you forever to get there.
Echo the Dolphin would have been a great pick, though.
You guys just like it broke your brain. Sega. was even a platform.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's wrong. You're wrong. You lose.
Oh.
Damn it, Sims. Fucking ad.
But before we go, I bought a book.
A bug?
A book.
A book.
Oh.
I wasn't aware you could read.
No, I can't. I've not read it. I've just bought it.
Oh, okay. You're trying to read in the process.
So I bought Spider-Man Miles Morales Wings of Fury, the official prequel to the blockbuster action video game.
Oh,
I read the prequel book to the first Spider-Man, the game.
you guys are some nerds.
Nerds.
Nerds reading books. I'm over here playing my games.
Aren't you playing D&D later?
You fucking nerd.
I don't read in D&D.
All right.
I can pretend to read in my head.
So
See?
before we go,
Yes.
one extravagant prediction for tonight's Game Awards.
Yes.
Let's do it. Let's just have one dirty prediction.
We did some last. Or
We were like,
2 weeks ago. Or
yeah.
something like.
Let's
Keely gets on stage, spreads his legs wide open.
just helicopters the crowd.
What? Okay. What? Let me clarify. What is dirt? What is considered dirty?
Just something that isn't gonna happen, but you really want it to happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like something stupid, but
Dirty.
like Xbox have said, like lower your expectations. So that just means Master Chief in Fortnite. Master Chief? Yeah, that's what I meant.
Those are pretty.
No, I think Microsoft will actually have something.
They can't top last year, can they?
No, but I think that it's not. That's a Fortnite thing to reveal, not for them. Let me think. I wasn't ready for this. I think Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Because
dirty.
I don't know if that's too dirty, but I think Elden Ring will be here and we'll have a release
George
date.
R. Martin is down with that.
Yep. Well, it's not just him; it's Miyazaki as well. So that's why.
Nah.
I think it will have a release date and it'll be April. It'll come out April next year.
Ooh. Sims. Get dirty.
PlayStation 5s will be available to buy.
That's dirty. Dirty.
It's remember that scene in The Dark Knight when Joker earns money? It's just going to be a stack of PlayStation 5s, and Keely's going to throw a lighter.
Keely has makeup on. He's got the Joker makeup on.
No,
Exactly.
so I'm gonna go. I'm feeling fruity. I think we're gonna see that Silent Hills thing.
Okay.
That fucking tweet this morning. Oh my god.
Do you want to say like a developer or anything?
No, I just think we're gonna get a Silent Hill.
So is it exclusive?
Yeah.
See, I don't think it's exclusive. I don't think Konami's going to do that. They want money.
Want that Konami money? All right, cool. Oh yeah, I'll give one.
I want some dirty prediction. Come on, man.
You want a dirty one? You want me to get
Let's say
real nasty?
grimy,
Like
like
you want
just
to get
gross.
gross here?
Yeah.
You guys want to get nasty?
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 4, where you play. It's a prequel. Hang on. Daniel, put your mic back. It's a prequel, right? Where you play as young Master Xehanort, and you go through all these worlds, right? And you infect these different Disney worlds with darkness, right? So, like, say you go to the Pirates of the Caribbean world, right? And you recruit Jack Sparrow, right? And you infect him with darkness.
You're a fucking drug, you want me.
You want to be to get dirty, all right? This is dirty.
I want one. I'd love to see Kingdom Hearts 4 or 3.2 or something stupid like that.
3.2, but it's a prequel with Master Xehanort. And you get super dirty and infect people with darkness.
Before you go, like, did you play the new one?
The Melody of Memory?
Yeah.
Nah, I haven't downloaded though.
Yeah, man. Should I buy Natalie? Should I buy Natalie? Is there a story in it or not?
Yeah, there is. There's actually more lore and stuff in it, but I don't know. I haven't. Let me play through it first, and I'll tell you.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
I'm gonna have to get through it. Anyways, that was the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 44. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Also, like this video.
Please.
And yeah, please. Sims will be very happy. You will cure Sim sickness if you subscribe.
Yeah.
You don't want Sims to die, do you?
No,
of course
don't.
not. Anyways, thank you for watching. Bye bye.
Save me.